Hi Gemini, welcome to December. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy. And I want to say also thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for commenting. And for those who avoided readings, thank you for choosing me. I appreciate your support. And I've enjoyed working with all of you. So let's see what's coming up for Gemini for the month of December. We have a new moon in Sag, which should be interesting. It will happen in your relationship sector, so there could be a new relationship on the horizon. And a full moon in Cancer, which is going to affect your second house of money and self-worth. So let's see what the cards have to say for Gemini. What does Gemini need to know about love and relationships for the month of December? What does Gemini need to know about love and relationships? What does Gemini need to know about love and life for the month of December? What's coming up for Gemini? The Three of Cups, the King of Swords, the Judgment, the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Tower, the Three of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Six of Wands. This is interesting. Okay, so you start the month off with the Three of Cups and the King of Swords. Three of Cups is a card of celebration. You have a lot of support around you in December. You could be part of a group that is you feel the love. You're feeling the love. The King of Swords crossing you. You could be dealing with an air sign like yourself. Libra, Aquarius, even another Gemini. And if it doesn't represent an air sign, this is a card of someone who is trying to make a decision and separate what's real from what's not real. So while you are celebrating your success and you're going to be going to parties, the Three of Cups is like parties, celebration, could be a birth, could be an engagement. But generally it's a good, you're feeling good. You're feeling the holiday spirit. But this night, you may feel that there's someone around you that is a little bit too severe, too judgmental. Maybe it's an authority figure. It could be a boss or a parent or even a partner that you feel is expecting too much from you and is being too hard on you and just doesn't understand you. And so you might be trying to make a decision and trying to say, am I being too optimistic? Especially the new moon in Sagittarians, this energy of the new moon, it's very, Sagittarius is a very optimistic sign and it happens in your 7th house. So you could be excited about a partnership, thinking like, oh, this is going to be great, and da-da-da-da. And you may not be thinking of all the possible hazards. So someone may just be pointing that out to you. So you might be in this mood of, yeah, this is great, nothing could go wrong. And then you have this killjoy come in and, well, did you think about this? And did you think about that? So if it's not someone in your life, it could be even your own negativity coming in and saying, well, I hope this works. The Judgment is in the past. The Judgment card, you're ripe for change, especially with the Tower coming here. The Judgment, you've been working on yourself and you're coming to certain realizations and awakenings. And you're realizing, I know what I need to do. I know where I have gone wrong in the past. I know what I need to change about myself. So, and this could also then be you with the King of Swords, really seriously looking at your life and evaluating your situation from a realistic point of view. And making changes. You've been making changes. With the Judgment, you're not willing to put up with the same old, same old. And you may have even ended certain relationships because they weren't fulfilling or they weren't giving you what you needed. But you are moving, you're wanting to move into a better situation. So you had to release some of the old things so that you could move into a better situation for yourself. You may have, even with this Ace of Pentacles, you may have experienced some type of career success, or you might have achieved a goal that that's why you're celebrating. There's something that's coming, either money coming in or some type of promotion or a new job that's making you feel more secure, making you feel valued in some way. And with the Judgment card, this, your needs are changing. So usually when the Judgment comes up, you either change your job or change your residence because your needs, you just need more. You need different things. You're ready to be reborn. This is a rebirth card. This can also be a card of forgiveness. Like you need to forgive and forget the past, let go of your sorrows. If you had a falling out with someone, you might need to just, find closure and move on. But you are definitely moving into major change. You have the Six of Cups here coming up. And the Tower. The Tower, some people say, oh my God, the Tower. The Tower can have a lot of meanings. The Tower can mean release from an oppression. If you've been in a rut, the Tower can just bring freedom, release. It's like you're waking up. The Tower is like a shock sometimes because you're seeing the truth. You're seeing the truth about people. You're seeing the truth about your situation, about your life. But that's a good thing because now that you see the truth, you can take action. And sometimes with the Six of Cups, you could be connecting with people from the past. You're healing from the past. So people from the past may come back into your life. Maybe there were certain issues that you needed to clarify or have closure with. Because there's this Three of Swords here. So you are still suffering from some type of heartache that you haven't really gotten over. You're still healing from this, a disappointment from the past. And maybe you're waking up with the Tower, that realizing that, if I want my life to improve, if I want to move on to something better, I have to make major changes. I have to change the way I think. I have to change the way I act. I have to change my whole life around. Because I feel like I don't see this as a disaster. I see it more like you're waking up, you're realizing what you need to change, and you're moving along those lines. And it could even be some type of success or celebration. Maybe you're connecting with someone from the past and it's changing your life in a major way. Like let's say you meet someone you haven't seen in years, all of a sudden you have this connection. And now you're changing your whole life, you're switching your whole life around so that you can be together. I mean, it's something like that. Or, this new relationship comes in and it allows you to release sorrow and hurt from a past relationship. And in some way, it is transforming your life. Now, for some of you, the Tower can mean, the worst case scenario with the Tower is you're not seeing something. And, you might be involved with someone and you're not seeing them clearly. And then when the Tower happens, you see the truth about someone and it shocks you. And then you decide to move away from the relationship. But I'm not seeing that because there's so many good cards around this. So I don't think this is like a disaster Tower card. I think it's more major change, shaking you up out of your complacency, shaking you up out of a rut. And, any kind of change, no matter, even if it's a good change, it's going to mean severing ties in some areas of our life. So you're going to feel some kind of sorrow about leaving certain people behind, certain places behind, because I see you moving. This is your environment. You're moving away from a difficult situation, and you're moving toward greater harmony. So I feel like there's like this partnership. You have this Two of Wands here. You're kind of waiting to see where things are going to go. And you have the Victory card. This is a card of victory. So even though you're moving away from something that was difficult, and it could be the end of a relationship, it could be the ending of a job or a career, or a where you live. You might decide to move. And you might be feeling sorrow about leaving certain things behind, but at the same time, you're excited about the new opportunity. I don't think it's totally like, oh, I'm just miserable, I have to leave this. No. Yeah, you're going through major change, but the change is good because it's putting you in a new environment that's going to be so much better. So don't be afraid to release. And, you know, you're still healing with the Three of Swords. You're healing from the past. You're healing from the past sorrow. But look, you have the Six of Wands as an outcome card. So it could be that there's a new partnership on the horizon, that you end one relationship and there could be another one in the wings waiting for you. Once you release that, once you get freed from your oppressive situation. Because the Tower never takes away anything that we need. The Tower usually takes away what we've been holding on to for dear life, and it's been hurting us. It's stopping you from growing. So when the Tower comes, it's saying, look, you can't hold on to this anymore. You need to grow. I'm trying to get you into a better situation, but if you keep holding on to this bad situation, I can't move you there. So the Tower comes to say, look, it's over. You know, if the building crumbles, you have to go to somewhere else to live. Or you have to go to another relationship, you have to go to another career path, because this is over. But it's a blessing in disguise, because if it would have never happened, you wouldn't be here celebrating your victory, celebrating your success. Look, you have 3 sixes here. 1, 2, 3. That's harmony. Harmony is in the future. But to get to that place, to get to that heaven, that oasis of harmony, you have to go through this Tower experience. You have to release, and you have to make major change within yourself, within your world. So that's why you might be, this could be you also doing some serious thinking. Like, okay, I was offered this thing. It's gonna involve major change. Do I want this change? Am I prepared to go through this? You know, and you're giving it some thought. But I think it's a happy thing, and I'm not seeing it as a miserable thing or a sorrowful, you know, heartache kind of thing. I'm seeing it as, you know, if you're feeling any kind of pain at all, it's a wistful pain of what you're leaving behind. You know, it's kind of like, I know I have to leave this behind so I can grow into this, I can accept this wonderful opportunity, and I can accept this wonderful relationship, but I can't take everybody with me. So there's a little bit of a bittersweet aspect to it. But the outcome is going to be totally positive, and you'll be in a better position once you make that choice. So let's look at the astrology. You have the new moon in Sagittarius. It's in your 7th house, so it could very well be a new relationship. And if it's not a romantic relationship, it could be a partnership in business or career. It's definitely affecting your 10th house because it's Mars and Neptune are in your 10th house squaring this new moon. So it could be a choice. There could be some tension. You might have to choose between a relationship and career, or there might be pressures on the job that are interfering with this new beginning. You know, you have to take care of certain things. Because I feel like work is somehow connected to all of this. Definitely. But I think it's going to be a good opportunity. I think this new beginning is going to bring you closer to a dream that you've wanted to achieve. But it's going to involve major change. And there could be there could be some tension and some confusion while you're transitioning to the new beginning. But it will be, once the dust settles, you'll be in a better place. So don't worry about it. Just move forward with confidence. It's going to put you, this new beginning is going to put you on a truer path. You're going to be much happier in the end, in the outcome. Now we have the full moon, which is happening in Cancer and Capricorn. The moon's in Cancer, the sun's in Capricorn. This is going across your 2nd and 8th house, your money houses. And it's being favorably aspected by Uranus in your 11th house. So you could be achieving a goal that's bringing in abundance. You could be wrapping something up that's going to be bringing you in not only financial abundance, it's also, you're going to feel supported. You're going to feel like, oh, I finally have people that want to see me succeed, that are there for me. You're also going to be feeling better about yourself with this culmination. So I feel like something ends and something new begins, because the full moon is at a 0 degrees of Cancer. And it's also, the great thing about this, Mercury and Jupiter are going to be conjunct at this full moon, and that's in your 7th house. So there's definitely news of a partner. Some type of partnership is coming to fruition at the end of the month. And it could be, if it's a dating or a romantic partner, this partner is bringing abundance into your life. This partner may have some type of financial support, or even just being optimistic. It could be very Jupiterian. You know, you could be meeting a Sag, or someone who's very optimistic, has an optimistic outlook on life. A good communicator. The other thing is, you could be forming a profitable partnership in a business situation that's going to bring you added financial support. Jupiter is always a planet of abundance. And Venus is trining Neptune at this time too. And that's happening, let's see, where is that happening? In your 10th house. Neptune's in your 10th house. Venus is in Scorpio. So Venus is in your 6th house. Oh yeah, this is a career thing. You're going to have some really good news around career. And even like if there's a relationship, it could even be someone that you're meeting through work. And it could change your status and your reputation in the world. You might be doing something that you really love, something more creative. Or it could just be a romantic time. The end of December is going to be very romantic because of Venus trine Neptune. And with the Mercury conjunct Jupiter, the only thing you have to be careful about is your communication style. Just don't go blurting stuff out without thinking. Don't be dogmatic in your thinking. Because Mercury is the communication planet. Jupiter expands whatever it touches. So people might be just like bragging and exaggerating around this time. But everybody's feeling good and they're just making all kinds of promises. Just make sure that whatever is promised to you is delivered. You know, get everything in writing. Especially with Mercury retrograde. Although, by the time this full moon comes, Mercury will be direct and out of its shadow, hopefully. But yeah, major change for you, Gemini. But victory is in your future. Both in relationship and business and career. Because this is a card of being recognized as very good at what you do. Being held in high esteem by your colleagues. So your work is being recognized in December. And there could also be a celebration. New relationships, new partners, new contracts, signing a profitable contract. It looks good, but it's going to be major change. Maybe, you're presenting yourself in a different way by the end of the year. You're coming into your own, you're coming into your power. And you're going to be seen in a different way. You're getting out of a rut. So that's always a plus, getting out of a rut. So just choose wisely, but don't. But look forward to a happy ending and celebration. Celebrate your success in December. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Gemini. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Solstice, whatever you're celebrating. Enjoy December. And I wish you much luck and prosperity and love. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.